As you can read in the caption above, we're a family of 6 going on 7 living in a 1-bedroom apartment.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
Hello everyone, my name is Izzy and welcome to my one of a million YouTube channels. Not YouTube channels with presence online because I can't seem to make up my mind on what I want to do. And today we will be discussing our first very set of TikTok drama, and we'll be talking about the TikToker who goes by the name Jenkins Resilience Crew. Now, this person went viral on TikTok for sharing their interesting lifestyle. This lady in particular, she's a mom of 4 children and she is currently pregnant. No one would have been really talking about this had her husband and her 4 kids weren't living in a 1-bedroom apartment. Okay, let's get into this. Also, you guys, I will be doing my makeup while we talk about this topic because your girl has to film another video and then go out to work after this. This is the first video I stumbled across.
As you can read in the caption above, we're a family of 6 going on 7 living in a 1-bedroom apartment. As the kids grow older, that means we constantly have to adapt our environment to give them more means for privacy and extra space. When outside our
I don't know if y'all can tell, but I am so shook that I'm not even doing my makeup right now. But I'm gonna put on the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer.
environment appears cluttered, disorganized, what have you. But quite frankly, after making do for nearly 3 years now, I have nothing but a grateful spirit for the roof over our head. Generally, the instant judgment me and my husband receive, why have so many kids if you don't have enough space for them? See, my perception is judgment comes from a place of not having the experience. When you've experienced enough, you generally don't judge people. I can tell you after everything I've been through in the past 3 years, there's very little I have to judge people on. I would be lying if I said there wasn't a point in my life that I was so naive that I might have judged a poor person based off their appearance. And like I said, I have learned a lot. I generally look like I'm roughing it, but that's because our kids come first. I do everything I can to keep our environment clean and tidy. When it comes down to it, I could shove everything my kids have in 1 bedroom of some of these houses I see, and it would really look like nothing. We try to teach our kids to take care of what they have, be grateful for what we have. We keep praying and pushing for the growth that we want. Appreciate y'all watching. See you.
So basically around this point, they already gained a lot of attention on the internet. Like every other person, for some reason when people are like, yo, whatever you're doing, it's not okay. For some reason, instead of people actually reflecting upon what people are saying, their immediate reaction is, oh, you're judging me, you're hating. But as we can see in this video, old girl has to remove a table to set up one of her kids' mattress pad, not even a mattress, a padding on the floor. She has to do all of this work, and look, when she turns to the side, she's pregnant, because guess what? They are about to bring a 5th person into this equation. Everyone is saying, girl, this is a choice. Like one of the comments literally said, hey, so this is a choice.
Our kids come first.
Takes the only bedroom. Now, what you guys will be seeing is, well, from this one video, her kids are sleeping in the living room and in the kitchen, and she have like about 3 different mattresses or mattress pads laid out on the floor while her and her husband sleeps in the bedroom with a fat mattress and a headboard. Let me find that video to show y'all because I can't possibly make this up. Like, hold on, let me put this on. I love to put contour over there. But basically, y'all, it's quite obvious that she's the one doing most of the housework. And I think from this situation, I think she's always, not always, but from what I'm seeing on TikTok, she has always been the housewife. Like, she's at home taking care of the kids while the husband is at work. Because even at the end of the video, she's like, oh, it's 8 p.m. We're waiting on the husband to get home while we watch movies. And I'm like, okay, interesting. Like, yeah, you have a lot of these kids. And obviously, you cannot afford to take care of these kids all alone because you were living in a 1-bedroom apartment. But at the same time, you probably can't afford to find a nanny because you're literally broke, bruh. But then there's a lot of people saying, if you can't even afford to like find a place with an extra bedroom for your kids to at least have privacy, why are you staying at home? Like, get up and go find a job to be able to take care of all of your kids and help out in the house. And one of their videos that actually went viral was a video of the dad getting the little girl a pair of shoes, and it said that he had to work like all these extra hours just to be able to get their daughter a pair of unicorn shoes. POV, your husband worked extra hours to buy unicorn shoes his baby girl asked for. And it's basically the dad just opening the pair of shoes and showing the daughter the new pair of shoes that she's always wanted. And I think from this video is where all of their attention came from. Okay, I don't really care too much about this video because but I think the husband is the one doing all of this work. And say hubby's been working so many hours and breaking his brain calculating our kids' needs. His first goal was getting all our kids new shoes. So far, he's already bought the both older girls new shoes and is grinding as we speak to get our sons new shoes. There's nothing more unstoppable than the force of a driven father. And to that, I would say that's amazing that he's working very hard to take care of his kids despite their living situation. You know, kids of all backgrounds deserve at least a little bit of happiness in their childhood, and I'm pretty sure this is something that these kids will never forget for the rest of their lives. Getting new shoes, even though they're all living in a one-bedroom apartment. But
You're living in a one-bedroom apartment.
for 6 children, and no one is even caring to say, maybe the kids shouldn't be sleeping in front of the door. Maybe the kids shouldn't be the ones who's like literally in front of the front door at night and anyone can break in. The first point of contact for the burglar would be the children. They would be the first people in harm's way. They're quite literally sleeping in the kitchen, y'all. Their mattress is on the floor and they're sleeping in the kitchen. If any one of these kids decide at any given moment, hey, I'm gonna mess with the stove, boom, that's gonna happen, and they won't know because they're all cozy up in their master bedroom. All these things are letting us know that this is giving very much selfish, and this is giving very much we're doing this for our own needs rather than what our kids need. Not even needs, this is what we want. We want a big family and we don't care that we can't afford it. So we're gonna make sure these kids suffer and we suffer because we want a big family. And why people are coming to this conclusion, oh well, because she's clearly carrying another one. It's like, why would you carry another one if you know that you cannot even afford the 4 that you currently have now?
Give a fuck. Do I look like I give a fuck? Because I don't.
And like, if we go through these videos, y'all, take a good look at what they're doing to accommodate to these living situations and whose wants and needs are coming first.
Welcome back to another evening with the resilient Jenkins, TikTok's current favorite family to hate on. It's giving Sunday vibes.
It's crazy that now she's just accepting all of this as hate rather than people asking, why are you giving birth to another child if you can't afford the 4 that you have now? And why are they literally in the living room? You know why this is hitting me so hard? As someone who grew up in a family that was not so well off, and I saw the sacrifices that my parents made just so that me and my siblings can have a decent situation, how much my parents placed our kids first because they step up to the plate that, hey, the kids didn't bring themselves into the world. You get what I'm saying? We brought them into the world knowing that we can't afford to take care of them. So we're gonna make sure they're as comfortable as possible. We're gonna make sure that they have a comfortable bed to sleep in, even if it means that I have to sleep in this raggedy mattress for a while. Because I'm the adult, they're the children. I'm the parents. This is my only job. I'm gonna make sure that my child is as safe as possible, my child has food to eat, and my child is a-okay. And they only get to live their childhood once. And I'm gonna make sure that they're as comfortable as possible because again, this was my decision. So seeing somebody do this and like literally throw their kids in the kitchen and living room, my mom would have had a heart attack if she saw this. If I showed my mom that, she'd be like, what the hell? Do they even love them kids? Like, are they doing this to play house? Is this a fairy tale for them? Like, what's actually the reason?
I started off by making dinner, which I just posted a full dinner recipe video. While dinner was cooking, I got the kids area all straightened up, vacuum with my handy dandy hoe, and I take this rug outside and shake it off almost every day. The girls wanted to see if Dad could do the Pennywise dance. Definitely made their night lickers on her heels. I made my 3 older kids their plate, and then I broke some chicken up for my toddler who ended up not even being interested. Generally, he has a good appetite, but he's eaten a lot throughout the day and he just kind of wasn't feeling it. My older son asked me if I could trim up his hair. I'm gonna say right now, when it's come to my older son, I will always respect the wishes of him and his father when it comes to his hair. I ask my son every couple of months if he's ready to grow his hair out or if he still wants another trim. I just keep saying he's not quite ready to grow it out. In fact, this time he told me maybe I'll switch it up when I'm 12. I always like to make sure my kids get showers on Sunday night so they have a nice fresh start for Monday. Now I don't know if
they also have cats. Is that a cat in the... How can you afford to feed a cat? Wait a minute. No, is this actually an assimilation? Like, is this solely to say, hey, I have a big family? Like, what is the actual reason?
How can you afford to feed a cat?
How can you afford to feed a cat right now? Where does the cat sleep? Damn. This is super concerning. I think this is actually one of the point of views that make people realize that there are certain people who just have kids for their own fantasies, like for their own pleasure. You're not having a kid with thinking, damn, this is a financial investment and I'm gonna have to be responsible for everything that goes on in this kid's life. They're having kids to say,
oh, I want a big family.
And this is gonna make me happy because I have 3 to 4, 5, 6, 7 kids. And they're so cute and so kissable when that's not the reality. The reality is when you have kids, there are gonna be certain sacrifices that you have to make. You're gonna have to pick up these extra hours at work. You're gonna have to give these kids attention. You're gonna have to make sure this kid has a comfortable place to sleep, a clean place to sleep, food on their table to eat. In this situation, it looks like they are trying to do this, but their focus is in all the wrong things. Miss Miss Ma'am is a
stay-at-home mom.
when Miss Ma'am should be busting her butt out in the world, trying to make a living to make sure they get out of this one-bedroom situation. But it looks like she has been working very hard to gain a TikTok following, because when I went through her account and I was trying to see like, hey, I know she's pregnant now, she cannot work. And well, she can work, but she chose not to work. And every pregnant woman obviously should choose whether or not they want to work, because carrying a baby ain't for the weak. And I scrolled through her TikTok account, and in a lot of her posts, she keeps talking about the algorithm, the algorithm, the algorithm. So it's very obvious that she's been trying to grow on TikTok for a very long time. Why my nose look like I look like a clown? Here she is saying, I just want 10K followers. That's all I'm asking for.
I cannot be the only one that feels this way, because tell me why trying to post a viral video on here feels like screaming for help in the middle of a death metal concert. Like, yo, see me, put me in the fucking algorithm. I'm here, I'm posting daily, I'm doing everything I possibly can to make edits and make more appealing videos that people will want to see. So what the give me a breakthrough, TikTok. Just fucking post my shit on people's For You page, please. In my 3 years of posting, I've only had one video that was about to go viral. In like 2 minutes of posting it, it had 65 comments. But it was so nasty, and I wasn't in a mental place to handle all that hate yet. Now come at me. Put all the hate you want in my comments.
Where'd y'all put the guns?
Literally, we caught her in 4K saying that she doesn't care if she gets hate. As long as her video goes viral, that's all she cares about. She just wants virality, which translates to me that she wants to be big on social media, whether or not it's good attention or bad attention, because she wants to make money off of social media. Obviously, I'm like, go girl, like, we need money in this world to survive. And that's why this whole thing of 6 people living in one bedroom is even a topic. We all need money to survive. And I'm not gonna knock down her hustle, because she deserves money just as much as we do. And if she do get money from TikTok and like her account grows even bigger, they will be able to get out of this situation. But you still could have gotten a job and try to go viral on TikTok. Like, you still could have gotten a job and let this be a situation where you're working towards getting out of that situation. That's not what's being translated in her videos. What's being translated in her videos is that this is just the way things are. We're starting from the bottom, we're gonna get to the top. My husband is working very hard to get out of the situation, and we don't care what you guys think about us living in a one bedroom and having all these kids. You know, we're not even gonna address how we got to this point where we're in a one bedroom. We're just gonna continue to basically rage bait you guys and make you guys feel like you're just hating on an innocent couple who wants to have a bunch of kids and put our kids through the struggle. Yeah, you guys are just hating. You guys just love to hate to hate. People aren't just hating to hate. One of her kids are literally sleeping on a thick piece of sponge on the floor. Look at this video, y'all.
Welcome back, y'all. Come spend a wholesome night with a resilient Jenkins. We started off with our typical nighttime routine of making sure everything gets cleaned out on our vacuum, so we just go ahead and use the hose attachment. Yeah, the floor is swept and mopped in the
Y'all.
This is a mattress pad.
This is a, you see that sponge over here? This is a mattress pad. This is a thick piece of sponge. Why am I saying mattress pad? This is a padding that her kids have to sleep on and that they have to set up every single night just to be able to have a dining room. Y'all hear the cars in the background? Oh my gosh. And then when we go to their bedroom, let's look for her bedroom. This is their bedroom. This is their bedroom. This is their bedroom. They got a whole mattress, a fat bed, even decorations. They got a window, they got a TV. I think they even have a gaming system. A whole
Gaming system?
gaming system. She has a closet. Look, the parents are living their single lives. This is how people with no kids live. You got everything to yourself. A whole one bedroom, whereas your kids crammed up in the kitchen and living room. And you know, it's almost like the kids don't even exist. Like, the kids only exist when they open that door.
I'm just joking, y'all.
I'm just joking. The kids very much exist. The way I'm viewing this is not just hate. This is people being very concerned, and people are witnessing how selfish people can be even when they have kids. People are having kids just because they want to have kids, not looking at the reality of things. They need a certain amount of money to have kids and make sure they live as comfortably as possible. And even when you don't have that certain amount of money, there are gonna have to be a bunch of sacrifices that you're gonna have to make, such as giving up the one bedroom in the one bedroom apartment that you chose to have. You guys actively decided you want to live this fairy tale, trad wife, farm wife type situation where mama stays at home, dad goes out to work, but dad doesn't make millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars to be able to get us into a 5 bedroom. But it's okay. We're gonna look for 1 bedroom. I'm gonna stay in that 1 bedroom and we're gonna live off of
One income.
well, as far as I'm seeing on this account, I'm just from what I'm seeing on the account, that's a fairy tale. And again, this is the classic selfish people having kids for selfish reason. They could have given up that 1 bedroom and gave it to the kids, set up like 3-4 different bunk beds so the kids would have a place to sleep. And now I'm questioning, when this one comes out the oven, where are they gonna sleep? Like, are you gonna throw the newborn baby in the living room too? And kitchen? That is pure selfishness, bro. And for them not to like even try to like see it and like try to explain their situation. Maybe they weren't always broke. Maybe they weren't always in a 1-bedroom apartment. Maybe someone got sick. Maybe someone lost their jobs. But if you go through her account, you would see that this has been an ongoing situation for a while now. And again, I get it. She probably wants to make a buck off TikTok. She wants TikTok to be her thing to do. But the way she's going about it, it's not looking good at all. It really isn't. I'm not no social media manager or marketer or nothing, but I am chronically online. And one thing she could have done, if you're even watching this and you really want to make it off TikTok and you really want to build an audience that actually appreciates what you're doing, one thing she could have done was at least give their backstory and how they ended up in this situation, rather than attacking the audience and saying you guys are just hating, rather than listening to what people are saying. If you're really listening to people and if you really care, even if it's just for TikTok you're doing this, which it looks like you're posting your kids' lives on TikTok for attention and possibly money right now, they could have switched the bedroom and the living room, give the kids the bedroom and the living room, and say, hey, we understand what you get, even if you gotta lie. But it shows that the selfishness, and they are prioritizing their comfort over the kids' comfort so much that she's not even willing to give the kids the bedroom.
For TikTok.
They know it's not comfortable to sleep in that living room. You know that. That's why you're not the one sleeping in the living room bedroom. But I bet you the mindset is like,
Oh, they're kids. They don't even care about that. Kids would sleep on the floor if they have to.
but they're kids. This will be their earliest memory. What we can take away from this entire situation is that when y'all see people saying having a kid as a broke person is a selfish reason, think about this situation. There are broke people who will have kids and sacrifice themselves to take care of those kids. But there are also broke people who will have kids and make sure they live like this while their kids live like this, just because they really don't care about the kid. They just care about what they want. This is just an aesthetic to them. This is giving van life, who shove their kids into one bus and give themselves a fat bed on the van while their kids literally have to sleep in bunks. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Where the kids are literally sleeping like fishes in a fish market, like layered on top of each other in these tiny little cubicles, while the adults have this fat bed, huge bed on in the bus. They all followed the same pattern. You know they are, guys. You know how there's this whole try-wise stay-at-home mom trend on TikTok or corner on TikTok, and they try to encourage women to be stay-at-home moms and like find a husband, a God-fearing husband who's gonna have all these kids with you and go out and work hard in the world. And they don't realize that they only can do that because they have a lot of money, but they're preaching to the masses who don't have as much money as them to do the same thing. It's like, wait, you do realize you only can do this because you can afford to do it, right? Like, this is not realistic to the average person. They're the average people who listened. And so they're not on a farm with thousands of acres of land and in a 6-7 bedroom situation. They're in a 1-bedroom apartment living on the average American life. But they fell into this whole TikTok. Okay, guys. Okay. Thank you for watching, guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Yeah, let me know what you think. Comment down below, heart emoji, the red one.
The red one.
The red one. If you watch to the end of this video, and I will see you guys in the next one again. Why do I keep repeating that?